And good morning, everyone. Welcome to Hardware Saturday here at the 49th Annual Lamar Holiday Basketball Tournament on ColoradoPreps.tv and Chassa.tv. I'm Kerry Sherman from Big Time Small Town Media. We've been with you all weekend. Happy to have you here with us for the final day of this fantastic tournament. It is put on by the Lamar Chamber of Commerce, and the event organizers are Sean O'Quist and Chad DeBono. We could give them a big shout out. They've been fantastic. They've welcomed us in and helped us get everything taken care of. We starting the day off here with girls' 7th place contest. It'll feature the Walsh Eagles and the Eads Eagles. We'll get you your starting lineups here just a second here. We want to give a big thank you also to our title sponsor for our online coverage, the Holiday Motel here in Lamar at 404 North Main. Troy and Linda have done a fantastic job taking care of us when we get to shut down for the night and giving us a nice, clean, comfortable room. And they are very affordably priced. Every room with its own microwave, refrigerator, and wireless internet, and DirecTV programming, over 130 channels. You can call them at 719-336-9754. Look them up on the line, holidaymotellamar.com. Now for the starting lineups. We'll start with the visitors on the scoreboard, the Walsh Eagles. And Coach Lance Turner is starting the same lineup he has the two previous days. We'll go with number 14, Andy Hetrick. She's a senior. Number 20, Ashlyn Smith, is a junior. Number 24, Desiree Dubois, a junior. Number 30, Heidi Cogburn, is a junior. And number 40, Andy Ray, is a junior. Coach Turner is assisted by Tressa Turner and Pam Cogburn. The home team on the scoreboard are the Eads Eagles. Head coach Trey Eder shaking up his lineup a little bit today. He's got 3 new players out on the floor to begin things. We'll start off with number 3, Savannah Gurman, a 5'6" freshman. Number 5, Brittany Newman, a 5'6" freshman. Number 12, Kaylin Lane. She's been part of the starting rotation before. She's a 5'2" junior. Marissa Dixon, also a starter the first 2 games at 6 foot. She's a senior. And the third new member of the starting rotation today, number 42, Brooklyn Lennox, a 5'9" freshman. So 3 freshmen into the starting rotation today for Eads. Coach Eder is assisted by Betsy Barnett. Every contest today, every contest yesterday, and every contest the day before, all available on ColoradoPreps.tv and Chassa.tv. We'll have our on-demand service available hopefully by Monday night. Once we get home, we'll get all the videos uploaded, and you'll be able to watch them anytime you want. Eads wins the tip. Walsh into a zone 1-1-3 set. It basically morphs into a 2-3. Looking for the elbow jumpers. Lane tied up by Cogburn will head it to the other direction on the jump ball, 20 seconds in. And Eads out to apply pressure immediately. It's a 2-2-1. Cogburn has it stripped by Gurman. Gurman will fire, and that is a long 2, toes on the line. And just as we saw last night in the boys contest with Eads, when Coach Rehnquist inserted Christian Alvarez into the starting lineup, he contributed 8 first quarter points here. Savannah Gurman on the second trip of the contest, knocking down a basket for Coach Trey Eder and Eads. Eads also going with that 1-1-3. Defense kind of in vogue lately. Smith has shown this weekend already that she has some good range. Hetrick knocking down the 17-footer, and we're tied at 2 Closing in on 90 seconds played. Number 44, Ebony Nash, with the travel. Walsh, basically a 5 out as they send cutters through, look to post up. Commonly referred to as a passing game offense, and it's a steal for Lane. Push ahead for Eads. Dixon trying to drive baseline kick across Gurman. She'll pull up in the paint off glass. No, Nash follow. It's blocked. Newman is blocked, and it'll go out of bounds off of Walsh. Walsh will flatten the defense down on the inbounds. Gurman from 15, it's short. And Hetrick with the board for Walsh. And Gurman, a little aggressive in the backcourt, picks up the foul. That's the first foul whistled in the contest. We still have 5 minutes, 35 seconds to play in this opening quarter. And knotted at 2. Cogburn, nice drive, dump down for Dubois, travels with it. A time down, Ray came up and set herself at the high post, Dubois at the low post, looking to attack the defense with a 1-3-1 offensive set. Cogburn able to penetrate, got the nice look down. We got to travel though. Lane's 3, no good. Rebound tied up. That is Smith and Gurman. Arrow to Eads. Dixon, quick release off the baseline, inbounds, knocks it down. Eads back on top, 4-2. And Gurman, again, too aggressive. Whistled for the pushing foul. That's her second. We've got subs at the table. Number 10, Dorian Ray. Number 32, Haley Ray. And number 20, Tanea Hansen in. And now Eads with the lineup that they have started with the 2 previous contests. Dubois hanging around in the post. Now they'll go to a 3 on the baseline offense. Inside it's Ray. She is fouled by Dixon. That's her first, the second on the team, and Andy Ray will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. First one off and missing the mark. Ray will try again, and that one off the rim. Rebound tracked down by Hansen for Eads. And Dorian Ray took her eye off, looked up momentarily, trying to make sure she had her player on the wing. Capped her dribble momentarily, double dribble called. Cogburn, nice feed down. Ray misses it. Cogburn follow is stuffed. And Haley Ray with the breakout for Eads. Up ahead for Dorian Ray, who banks it off the glass. Eads out on top by 4. Cogburn down the far side. Peel it back. Smith, 3, short. Long rebound will carry him out of bounds near midcourt. Again, this tournament is seeded according to the records as they come into the tournament. Eads was the number 1. And they fell in their opener, 37-31 to McClave. McClave, as the 8th seed, will be playing in the championship contest tonight. And he's had another tough one yesterday. Tie up on the inbounds. Arrow goes to Walsh. Eads lost another heartbreaker yesterday to Holly in the consolation semifinals, 46-44. Holly will be playing in our second girls game today. There's a steal poked out by Haley Ray. She'll get the jumper off the baseline. No, we've got a foul whistled, I believe, on Cogburn. They'll say on an airborne shooter, so Haley Ray will get a pair of free throws. These Walsh ladies, they lost their opening round contest to Wiley 50-41. Ray misses the first free throw. Wiley also into the championship contest. And then yesterday it was a tough loss again. They fell to Grenada 50-46. Ray gets the second free throw, makes it a 5-point lead. And a steal on a pass that was thrown into the middle of the floor. Dixon running the baseline, drive, pulls up from 6. It's short. Hansen follow, no good. And Cogburn comes away with it for Walsh. 3:15 to play, first quarter. Cogburn all the way, blocking foul called against, I believe that's Haley Ray. Her first, team's fourth foul. We've got Walsh subs at the table. Cogburn will be shooting 2, so those subs have to wait for the first free throw. And Cogburn's first free throw is short. Number 2, Montana Cook, and number 22, Alexis Campbell in for Walsh. Nash checks back into the Eads lineup. And it was Dixon who headed to the sideline. Second free throw is no good. And Campbell comes, or rather Hansen, takes a tumble. Called for the travel. Eads 2-3 on the inbounds. Cook inside to Cogburn, blocked by Hansen. Loose ball, corralled by Campbell finally. Smith was looking for the quick shot, wasn't there. It was on a good closeout by Eads. Cook off of the skip pass, tries to drop inside for Dubois. Tip back to Cook. She'll pull it out. They'll look for offense again. Cogburn off the fake, traveled with it. 2:47 to play. Eads by 5. Here's the full or three-quarter court 2-2-1 action from the Walsh defense. Eads quickly across the timeline. 15-foot jumper for Dorian Ray is off. Rebound tipped around. Lane will corral it for her team. Drops it down for Nash on the baseline. Back up top. Excuse me. Tipped out of bounds by Dorian Ray. So that'll give it over to Walsh. We'll see sub number 12. And it's Sierra Tate. She's a freshman who had an awesome game for Walsh off of the bench yesterday. And Lennox in for Eads. Cogburn stops in the paint, drops it down for Campbell. Held ball. The arrow goes to Eads this time. Crowd slowly filtering in. We expect the building to be packed by the evening session. Lennox turnaround off glass, no. Rebounded by Cogburn. Eads gets back on defense. That ball was knocked loose, so Cogburn able to restart the dribble. Walsh whipping it around on the perimeter. Smith gets a look at 3, rims off. Nash rebound for Eads. Minute and a half to play. Opening quarter. And Nash throws it away. Gurman and Newman will come back in for Eads. And the Ray girl, no, originally it looked like the Ray girls were coming out. Instead, it is Haley Ray and Kaylin Lane who check out. Into the post, Lexus Campbell turnaround, fouled, going up. She'll go to the free throw line. That's the first on Brooklyn Lennox. Could see Coach Eder on the sidelines telling her that she was okay, and then she came down with the wrist. Got to keep the arms straight. Campbell cans the first free throw. Number 32, Delaney Doyle, will come in for Walsh, replacing Smith. Second one for Campbell. That one goes home as well. She has a pair. Walsh had missed its first 4 free throw attempts in this quarter. Now 2 for 6 from the line. Nash travels with it. So for all of their offensive struggles, Walsh still only trails by 3 here with 1:23 to play in this opening period. Cook across the timeline into the trap, able to get it ahead. Doyle traveled with it before she got the jump shot up from the free throw line. Walsh will employ the 2-2-1 three-quarter court pressure again. Newman down the floor for Nash, into the paint, too tall for Lennox and out of bounds. Dixon will come back in for Eads, and she replaces Nash. Cook down the sideline to Doyle. Off to Cogburn. Cogburn has been on the floor for the entire quarter. Doyle will fire the 3 off and pulled down by Dixon. Cogburn, the only one on either side to play the whole quarter. And they'll say the ball goes out of bounds on the far side off of Cogburn with 29.5 seconds to play. Walsh extending that half-court defense. Lennox loses it, trying to go up with it. Dubois comes back in for Walsh, and it's Campbell who sits down. 19 seconds to go in the period. Tate just does get it in before the 5 count. Got it off to Cogburn. Tate with it in the middle of the floor, running. Drop down, nice feed for Dubois. It was blocked by Dixon, but Dixon whistled for her second personal foul. So Desiree Dubois to the free throw line for 2 shots here with 9.5 seconds to go in this quarter. Her first one is short. Gets some encouragement from her teammates on the floor. Second one is good. Down to a 2-point game. Final 6 seconds of the quarter. Dixon kicks it over Newman. Jump shot, no good. Tapped at the rim before the buzzer, no good. And we are done. 1 quarter of our girls' 7th place game done here on ColoradoPreps.tv and Chassa.tv. Eads in front of Walsh, 7-5.
The Holiday Motel, a historical stop on the Santa Fe Trail, proudly presents you the Lamar Holiday Classic on Big Time Small Town Media. Located at 404 North Main Street in Lamar, get a room to suit all your needs with a full-size bed, a king bed, or a suite with 2 king-size beds by calling 719 336-9754. Each room has a microwave, refrigerator, free Wi-Fi, and DirecTV with over 130 channels. So the next time you're headed down the Santa Fe Trail, think the Holiday Motel, a family-run business. Proud to present you the Lamar Holiday Classic on Big Time Small Town Media.
With more than 30 years in business, Pro Sports is the only place teams need to go to outfit for this season. A complete supplier of team athletic apparel, teams get their uniforms and equipment at a team discounted price. Outfit your team with Pro Sports, located in downtown Sterling, but a proud supplier to teams from all across Colorado. Pro Sports offering team discounts. Call now, 970-522-8545, and outfit your team today. Pro Sports, your team source.
And we are back ready for the second quarter of this girls' 7th place contest. Walsh with the ball first, turnover. Haley Ray, the steal and the layup. Her first field goal. Newman nearly comes up with a steal for Eads, but stepped on the baseline. It'll stay Walsh's possession. This 2-2-1 defense by Eads with the full deny up front. Cogburn dribbles through it. Pull-up jumper in the paint. No. And Dixon pulls down the rebound for Eads, and a reach-in foul on Cook. That's her first, just the second team foul against Walsh. In the first quarter, Eads got to the line just one time. They were 1 for 2. Those by Haley Ray. Walsh had 4 trips. They were 3 out of 8. Newman down the far side. They'll say stepped on the sideline. Coach Eder asking the official, was she not pushed? And doesn't look like he's happy with the with what the official was telling him. And here a foul out top on Lane, her first. That is the 7th on Eads. So Walsh with an opportunity to make some hay from the free throw line. They'll be shooting on every non-offensive foul against Eads for the rest of this half. There's a lot of time. Got to make them, though. As Cook misses the front end of that 1-on-1 situation. Ray up ahead, feed it over to Lane. Eads being forced to initiate their offense a lot deeper than they would like. Basket by Lane. It's a long 2, and we're going to get a foul called on Tate. Lane's first field goal. Chance for the 3-point play. Converts it, and Eads has its lead grow up to 7. Cogburn quickly the other way. She'll peel it back and set offense. That was the 3rd team foul against Walsh in the half. Still looking at the zone defense. 3 freshmen on the floor for Walsh. That'd be Cook, Doyle, and Tate, along with Cogburn and Dubois. For Eads, it is Ray, Dixon, Newman, and Hansen. It was a steal for Eads. Ahead for Hansen in the high post. Drop down for Newman. Drive, cut off, and a tie-up inside. Possession arrow stays with Eads. Dixon drives and is held. That's the second one on Montana Cook, 4th team foul. Coach Turner signaling to Hetrick he wants her to go in. And she'll come in for Cook. Another sub at the table is Smith. And Smith replaces Doyle. A couple of those freshmen come off the floor as Coach Turner goes for a little more experienced lineup. Dixon off the glass on the inbounds. Knocks it home. She has 4. It's a 9-point advantage for Eads. Now Lane with the steal. And Cogburn. And she and Lane came down, and it looked like Lane came down on the side, maybe the shoulder of Cogburn. Official quickly calls Coach Turner to the floor to take a look at her. We'll stay here for a minute to see if it looks like it may be a little while before she's able to get up. We'll step out for a break, but we want to stay here where we can keep an eye on this turn of events here. They'll roll her onto her back and up onto her feet, and she'll make it off the floor under her own power. It's a good sign. I'll have to bring a sub in for her. It'll be Cook. Likely to have a good bruise on that left side of her body. But good to see Heidi Cogburn able to come off the floor on her own. That's the first time she's exited the game. So it took a being briefly injured to do so. It was a turnover, travel violation against Walsh. Lane thought about the elbow jumper, kicked it off to Newman, tries drive baseline. And a 3-second call. I believe it was Newman after the pass. She kind of parked herself inside the paint. 5:35 to play in the half. We're going to get a timeout as Walsh couldn't get the ball in. Looks like it's going to be a 30-second timeout. Oh, full timeout. We'll go ahead and exit for 60 seconds as well. Or maybe not. We'll stay here. Again, we look back at how these two teams ended up here in this 7th place game. Eads opened the tournament on Thursday. They played the first game of the session against McClave and saw McClave come from behind in the 4th quarter to win that one, 37-31. And then in our 3rd game yesterday, that was a 1 o'clock start in the consolation semifinal. Another tough defeat for the Eads Eagles as Holly nipped them 46-44. We're back to live action here. Cook with it up ahead quickly. She'll peel back out and set some offense. Hetrick looking to get inside. They have Tate and Dubois working the low post area. Tate will pop out and travels with it. Again, Walsh, their opening contest against Wiley. We've had a lot of fantastic girls games here, and that was just another one of them. 50-40 was the Wiley win. And then yesterday, in the first game of the day, Walsh lost to Grenada 50-46. That was a fun contest. We've got a foul as Dixon goes up. Called on Sierra Tate. That'll be her second. Dixon's first free throw. No good. Second one too strong. And Dubois with the board. Both teams leaving some points at the free throw line here in the first half. Hetrick finds Cook on the baseline. Nice pass out of the short corner to Dubois. Had her shot blocked by Tanea Hansen, and Hansen pulled it away for Eads. Dixon in the corner, drive baseline, pull up, kick out. Haley Ray knock it down, and the bump on Tate. Count the basket. That'll be the third on Tate. Campbell's going to replace her. So Ray 1 out of 2 from the line. Has pushed the Eads lead to 11. Can't make it a dozen, but Dixon on the offensive rebound, no. Rebound pulled down by Dubois, and Lane reaching in, trying to tie it up, is called for the foul, her second. Will walk to the other end of the floor as that's the 8th team foul. Desiree Dubois at the line. 1 out of 2 on her first trip to the line. This front end is good. Second one rolls out, rebounded by Dixon. Again, on Thursday, we checked with Coach Turner on Desiree's last name. He said Dubois, just she'll be however you want to pronounce it. And with my wife being having a background in the French language, we'll go with the French pronunciation of it. We've got a blocking foul. We had a 3-point basket on the far end. That was Haley Ray who knocked it down, and then we've got a blocking foul here on Dixon, her third. That is a big foul with 4:06 to go. Cook will shoot free throws. Dixon checks out. Ebony Nash in. It's a 1-and-1 for Cook. First one, good. Nothing but net for Montana. Cook on that free throw. Trims it to a 12-point deficit. Second one on its way. That one just a twine tickler as well. And Cogburn back in. So she's out for about a minute and a half or so of game action. Ray looked at another three. Kicks it out instead. Lane drive, put it up from 17. No. Cogburn with the board, double dribble. So it'll stay with Eads here on the right-hand side of the screen. Nash drives baseline, kick out. Ray, skip pass for Newman. She'll pull to the baseline, drive, draw the defense, kick over to Ray again. Long two is good. 9 points in the quarter for Ray, 10 in the half. It's a 13-point advantage for Eads. Cogburn got loose momentarily on the baseline. Hansen and Andy Ray tie it up. Ray blocked inside by Hansen. Lane pushing ahead. Haley Ray, step back three, off glass, good. Haley Ray goes to the bank on a Saturday morning, comes away with three, makes it 24-8. Hetrick looked at the three, gave it down to Cogburn. Walsh needing to respond here as they've seen Eads pull out to a 16-point advantage. Dubois off the feed from the short corner. Can't bank it home. Newman with it for Eads. Lane thought about the three. Kick over to Newman. Hansen from the elbow. No good. Rebounded by Smith. Andy Ray with it. She'll whip it up top for Smith. Pop it around the perimeter. Ends up with Cogburn in the far corner. Eads pushing out on the defense. Smith gets a look at three. Hung on the rim. Would not go. Hansen travels with it. Lennox will come in replacing Nash for Eads. And we've got three young ladies in the contest with the last name of Ray. The two for Eads, Dorian and Haley, their last name is R-A-Y. The young lady for Walsh, that's a three from Cogburn out of the corner. Andy Ray is W-R-A-Y. Basket by Cogburn. That is the first field goal of this quarter for Walsh. Lane tries to answer with a three of her own. Haley Ray with the rebound for Eads. Newman. Feed inside. Hansen. Score it. Tanea Hansen's first points. 15-point advantage for Eads. Smith looked at the three, gave it off to Hetrick. She'll fire for three. It's off and rebounded by Haley Ray. Ahead, Hansen running the floor. Layup, good. When your bigs run the floor, it's good to reward them. Bumping foul called on Lane, her third. And Cogburn will make her way to the free throw stripe. 10th team foul. She gets the penalty here with 47.8 seconds to go. See three subs for Walsh after the first free throw. Cogburn's first is good. Missed her first two free throws. Now knocking that one down. It's Cook, Campbell, and Tate who check in. Nope, Doyle. Lennox with the rebound. Ahead is Dorian Ray. Newman. Nice high-low feed from Lennox to Hansen. Tanea Hansen with 6 in a row. It's 30-12 Eads. It's an offensive explosion for Eads here in this quarter. They've got 23 on the board in the frame. Sparked by Haley Ray. Down to 10 seconds to go in the half. Doyle pull up from the elbow. It's off. Hansen rips it down. And we're going to get a foul on Walsh. That'll be the 7th team foul. Called on Campbell, her first. So with 2.5 seconds to go in the half, Tanea Hansen will shoot the bonus. Front end, no good. Rebounded by Campbell, and that will do it here. First half in the books. Walsh trailing Eads 30-12. Offense has been hard to find here for Walsh. Sure. Coach Turner will come up with some adjustments here at halftime. See if he can get something going for his squad in the second half. We'll be back in 3 minutes here on Colorado Preps and .TV and Chassa.TV. It's the 49th annual Lamar Holiday Basketball Tournament presented by Big Time Small Town Media, sponsored by the Holiday Motel in Lamar.
Hi, I'm Ben Blecka, owner, founder, and one of the talents of Big Time Small Town Media. The broadcast you're seeing today is a production of Big Time Small Town Media. Just 1 year ago, a group of Northeast Colorado sports broadcasters started something we hoped would bring extra joy to the athletes participating in the games we were already covering on radio. It has turned into a service we provide for not only Northeast Colorado athletes, but athletes statewide, region-wide, and internationally who request our services. We do straight-to-DVD production in addition to live internet productions of any event who wants Big Time Small Town Media to be a part of their community. Because Big Time Small Town Media is more than just sports. It's community. Are you interested in the services Big Time Small Town Media can provide your upcoming event? I encourage you to contact me at ben@bigtimesmalltown.com. You can see some of the many events we've done in the past year at ihi.com/bigtimesmalltown. And I encourage you, think about Big Time Small Town Media being a part of your community with whatever upcoming events you've got.
Day in, day out, we put our customers first. I'm Sid Dinsdale, co-chairman of Bank of Colorado. We like doing things the right way, providing honest, personal service. To be a bank you can trust. Now, anybody can talk about values. I'm doing it right now. But our bank has consistently demonstrated them for over 4 generations. And that's the way banking should be. Visit us at bankofcolorado.com, member FDIC.
Ever dreamed of having the right answer at just the moment you need it? Then get the iPhone 4S. It's not just a smartphone, it's your own personal assistant, and it's now available at Viera Wireless. The iPhone 4S includes phenomenal new features such as an ultra-sharp, high-resolution display, 8-megapixel high-def camera, and a souped-up processor for speedy performance. And the iPhone 4S actually listens. Ask her a question, she'll have an answer. So stop dreaming and get the iPhone 4S with our fast 4G network now at Viera. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
Ice and Oil has been supporting our community for over 65 years and is the leading supplier in propane, Sinclair diesel and gas, Chevron oils, greases, and lubricants, and a variety of tires and Delco batteries. Located on Highway 34 in Otis and Plattner, Ice and Oil is your #1 source for diesel, oil, gas, and propane needs. For all those road trip adventures through Northeast Colorado, they offer 24-hour pay-at-the-pump gas and diesel services. Ice and Oil, American product, American quality, affordable prices.
Glosson Construction is your one-stop shop with concrete work, drywall, flooring, roofing, and stucco. Everything including the final finishing nail handle projects throughout northeastern Colorado. You need to get in touch with Rick at Glosson Construction, located at 801 East 4th Street in Akron. If Rick can't build it, no one can. Call 970-345-2087. From start to finish, trust Glosson Construction as your one-stop shop for construction. Call 970-345-2087.
Kerry Sherman with you here on a Saturday morning in Lamar. We've played one half of our girls' 7th place contest. It's a battle of Lady Eagles with Eads soaring ahead on top of the Walsh girls. It's 30-12 at halftime. It was just a 7-5 Eads advantage after the first quarter. But then Haley Ray caught fire for Eads. 12 points in the second quarter for the young lady, dropping a couple of threes, a couple of long twos. She leads all scorers with 13 points in the contest. Tanea Hansen scored 6 points late in the second quarter for Eads. That's her scoring total for the contest so far. Marissa Dixon with 4 points, 3 points from Kaylin Lane, and 2 points apiece for Savannah Gurman and Dorian Ray. For Walsh, 4 points from Heidi Cogburn. She checked out for about a minute and a half, almost 2 minutes of game action because she was a little shaken up. Otherwise, she played the entire first half. She knocked down a baseline 3 in that second quarter and 1 of 2 from the free throw line in the period for her 4 points. 2 points apiece for Montana Cook, Andy Hetrick, Alexis Campbell, and Desiree Dubois. Foul situation, 3 on Kaylin Lane and Marissa Dixon for Eads. Savannah Gurman has 2 for Walsh. We see 3 on Sierra Tate and 2 on Montana Cook. Walsh has been to the free throw line for 14 shots, has cashed in 7. Eads just 2 out of 7 from the line in the first half. That'll do it for our halftime recap. Be back in 3 minutes. Get ready for second half action here as we get to hand out 7th place trophy here in the girls' side of the tournament.
With more than 30 years in business, Pro Sports is the only place teams need to go to outfit for this season. A complete supplier of team athletic apparel, teams get their uniforms and equipment at a team discounted price. Outfit your team with Pro Sports, located in downtown Sterling, but a proud supplier to teams from all across Colorado. Pro Sports offering team discounts. Call now, 970-522-8545, and outfit your team today. Pro Sports, your team source.
Akron Auto's proud to be the best pre-owned automobile dealership in northeastern Colorado. Quickly expanding, Akron Auto has 2 locations. The original on Highway 34 in Akron and a second on Highway 34 in Fort Morgan. Akron Auto wishes to thank local patrons for making their business possible and asks visitors to stop in and see what may be on the lot for you. Tax time is the perfect time to use your rebate on a car, truck, or SUV upgrade. Akron Auto, better for your budget.
Citto has been a staple in eastern Colorado since 1971. Since 1977, Citto has been your place to go for trusses, wall panels, and buildings. With state-of-the-art equipment allowing Citto to stay on top of the truss industry, Citto wants you to know that while the economy has affected everybody, it's allowed them to provide some different services while being able to maintain their spot as one of the top truss manufacturers in Colorado. Contact Citto Building Components out of Otis at 800-925-3207. That's Citto, proud to support eastern Colorado.
In 1916, it is estimated that producing 100 bushels of corn took approximately 35 to 40 hours. Today, it is estimated that producing the same 100 bushels takes less than 3. A lot has changed in the last 95 years, but one thing has stayed the same. Farm Credit is still the lender of choice for America's farmers and ranchers. We are passionate about agriculture and are dedicated to serving America in good times and bad. This is Jordan Wilkie in the Yuma Lending Office. Give us a call today to see how we can help you. Premier Farm Credit, the gold standard in ag lending.
I'm Roy Dinsdale, founder of Bank of Colorado. All you hear these days are ads about gold. Gold has been around forever, and I darn near have. But what is more precious to us than gold is our reputation. And that is why for over 70 years we put our customers first. We think that's the way banking should be. And at Bank of Colorado, we'll continue to be. Visit us at bankofcolorado.com. Member FDIC.
The Holiday Motel, a historical stop on the Santa Fe Trail, proudly presents you the Lamar Holiday Classic on Big Time Small Town Media. Located at 404 North Main Street in Lamar, get a room to suit all your needs with a full-size bed, a king bed, or a suite with 2 king-size beds by calling 719-336-9754. Each room has a microwave, refrigerator, free Wi-Fi, and direct TV with over 130 channels. So the next time you're headed down the Santa Fe Trail, think the Holiday Motel, a family-run business, proud to present you the Lamar Holiday Classic on Big Time Small Town Media.
And we're back ready for the third quarter here in this girls' 7th place contest, the 49th annual Lamar Holiday Basketball Tournament. And it's organized or put together, sponsored by the Lamar Chamber of Commerce. The tournament directors are Sean Oquist and Chad DeBono. They have done a fantastic job this year. So excited to be part of it ourselves. Eads will have the ball first. They will go with Newman, Lane. That's Newman with it from the elbow. Dixon, who's fouled on the follow. Hanson and Haley Ray. Dubois with the foul. She's out there with Cogburn, Ray, and that's Andy Ray, Smith, and Hetrick. Dixon knocks home the first free throw here. Second one on its way is good as well. She's up to 6 points in the contest. Lead is 20. And trying to drop it down for Dubois. The pass from Cogburn sails out of bounds. Lane, she'll try a three. That's off. Dubois pulls it down for Walsh. Neither team got out of the locker rooms early enough to get any warm-up shots in. At halftime, Cogburn double dribble. Looks like the 1-1-3 that morphs into the 2-3 by Walsh. Hanson at the high post, kick it out. Newman from 17 knocks it down for her first basket. Minute and a half, or not quite a minute and a half played here in this third quarter. Foul on Haley Ray, her second. This is the first foul against Eads in the half. Smith fires the corner three off glass. No, not sure how she even hit backboard on that one, but it was a pretty good angle. And ahead is, wait to see her turn, Hanson. Tough to differentiate from up here. Hanson and Dixon, both a couple of tall blondes with ponytails. That first digit, the number 2. And with the ponytail, if it falls just right, we have that second digit obscured. Smith's three off the mark. Dixon with the rebound. Ray jumps into a 17-footer, no good. Followed by Lane is off. Dubois pulls it down and rips it out ahead for Hetrick. She falls to the floor as she crosses mid-court. It's a travel violation. .5:45 to play, third quarter. All Eads right now. And a turnover by Dixon. Give it back to Walsh. Cogburn settling things down. They're facing that 1-1-3 from Eads. Cogburn out in the corner. Skip pass for Hetrick. And she travels with it. Looks like a timeout for Walsh. 30-second timeout.
When you talk about 20 and 22 on Eads, one has white stripes on his shoes.
Okay. Being told to look for at the shoes of Dixon and Hanson. We'll see if that makes things any easier on the identification.
Yeah, 20 has a white stripe on her shoes. Oh, I see. On the body of the shoe.
So we try to figure out exactly the best way to identify up here. It's tough sometimes to catch the numbers as things happen so fast. Free throw jumper for Newman, no good. Put back Hanson, no. Sticking with it. Try again. Third time she's fouled. A lot of times with the action flying so fast, what you're looking for are physical characteristics. If you can differentiate different body types or hair color, just a knee brace, little things like that. It's little tricks to, and there's been so many players here as we've in our 17th game. Hansen knocked the first one home. That was a second foul on Dubois. So players all start to blend into one amalgamation here. Second free throw missed and rebounded by Andy Ray. It's a 25-point lead for Eads. Walsh whipping it around the perimeter of the defense. Smith wants to release a shot. You can tell she's a good shooter. Cogburn steps into the paint and banks one home. She has 6. Shooters, they get that itchy trigger finger. Free throw line J, no good for Hansen that time. Nice feed from Cogburn down to Dubois. We'll say out of bounds off of Eads with 4 minutes to play in this third quarter. Into Cogburn. Gives it to Dubois, who rolled off of the screen. Missed the jumper. Knocks it out of bounds off of Haley Ray. Hetrick will start the inbounds, gets it into Cogburn. Turnaround, no, she is fouled. Looks like that may be Dixon, and it'll be her 4th. That is hers. And a sub will be coming in for her with 3:49 to play. Looks like it'll be Ebony Nash checking in. Cogburn 1 out of 4 from the stripe. Make it 1 for 5 as that one's off. It is Nash who comes in for Dixon. Second free throw for Cogburn is good. She now has 7 of the 15 Walsh points. Modest 3-0 run here on the Walsh side. Drop down for Nash. Baseline jumper is off and rebounded by Dubois. Gives it off to Cogburn. 3.5 to play in the period. Looking up ahead. Gives it off to Smith. Ray stepping out to reverse it. Cogburn standing on the far side calling for the skip. Didn't get it. She's all alone over there. Able to track that one down. Start a drive. Draws the bump on Nash. That'll be the first on Ebony Nash. Montana Cook and Alexis Campbell will come back in for Walsh. See Ray and Hetrick will check out. Cook will handle the inbounding. Goes into the corner. Smith. Dubois, quick release. 3 is short. And Campbell couldn't save it. Goes out of bounds with 3:02 left in the frame. Ciara Tate replacing Dubois for Walsh. Laying down to Nash. Into the post. Nice cut. Nice find. And the basket for Hansen. Cogburn gets a seal to the lane. Misses the layup. Rebound. Fought for. Newman had it, and Nash is tied up. Possession arrow keeps it with Walsh. Cook had it deflected right back to her as she stepped in. Misses the reverse layup and a foul called against Walsh on Cook. It's her third. Hansen, turn off the block, off glass, and good. She has 7 in the quarter. It's a 26-point edge, and now a steal for Hansen. Nash lost it, wanted to go across the paint for Lane. Got a little excited and has it knocked out of bounds. Gurman will come in for Haley Ray. Dorian Ray will replace Caitlin Lane. And Brooklyn Lennox comes in for Tanea Hansen with 2:01 to go in this third quarter. Lennox from 15, won't roll home. Gurman scores it, give Nash credit for keeping it alive. Cogburn through the press, drop down for Campbell. Kick it out to Cogburn, into the paint, puts one up, won't go, gets her miss, and scores it. I have to give Campbell credit. I believe she was the one who tapped it back to Cogburn. And Walsh extending the pressure. Creates a turnover with 1:21 to go in the third, trailing by 26. See if they can't force a few miscues by Eads and close this down, maybe get it under 20 before the fourth quarter. It would still be a daunting task, but looking for things to build on when you're trailing by this margin. High post. Tate, turnaround, no. Nash pulls it down. Gives it off to Dorian Ray and quickly over to Newman. She'll push ahead, far side. Had 3 defenders on her at one point. Kept the dribble alive. Gets it back from Gurman, steps into the lane. Double dribble violation called with 43 seconds. And Newman checks out. Lane comes back for her. Eads pressure trying to keep the ball away from Cogburn in the backcourt, but she'll get it now between the circles. And her feed for Campbell stolen by Lennox. 24 seconds to play. Dorian Ray will put up the jumper, no good. Nash unable to save it. So it'll be Walsh ball with 12 seconds to play in the third quarter. Campbell couldn't handle it at the free throw line. It'll be touched by Lennox as it rolls out of bounds with 4.3 seconds to go in this third period. Bring it into Tate, now to Cook. Roll it over Cogburn. She'll get a shot up. Can't knock it down. So we will head to the fourth quarter with Eads leading Walsh by a 43-17 count here in our girls' third place contest.
There she goes again.
What was that in the cereal aisle?
Mrs. Speedley with her Viero 4G smartphone.
Who?
Mrs. Speedley gets all the sales coupons on her smartphone on the Viero 4G network, knows everything that's on sale. The fastest shopper we have.
Jeez, it's a 2-for-1 soda display. No, $1 off salad dressing. No, discount candy.
If you want to do things you love faster and better, switch to Viero's 4G network today. Stuck in a contract? Don't worry. Viero will even pay your early termination fee. Hurry in because Viero now has the iPhone for only $39.99. That's smart. That's fast. That's Viero. Some restrictions apply. See store for details.
Get your DVD copies of the events you're seeing live online at BigTimeSmallTown.com. Hi, I'm Ben Blecka, owner, founder, and one of the talents of Big Time Small Town Media. Very glad you're enjoying the broadcast we're bringing to you live online. But don't forget you can have this broadcast whenever and wherever you want with a purchase of the DVD from Big Time Small Town Media. Go to www.BigTimeSmallTown.com. There you can check out all of the games that we've got from any past tournaments. We've been doing this for just more than a year, and Big Time Small Town Media is proud to be more than sports. We're community.
Jump ball called 7 seconds into this fourth quarter. The alternating possession gives it to Walsh as they go to work here, trailing by 26. And I believe it's going to be Ray for the foul. Cogburn had a good screen set. That'll be her first, the fourth on the team in the half. Bodies on the floor. Dixon with the steal, 30-second timeout by Coach Eder before she can turn it over or be tied up. Possession arrow would have gone to Eads, but having a full complement of timeouts left, Coach Eder elects to use a 30. So Eads ball at midcourt. Newman will bring it across. Skip pass for Haley Ray. Cogburn almost comes away with it. Feed inside for Dixon off the glass. No, rather Hanson. She got it, kicked it out. Haley Ray drains the three. Landed on her backside. She has 16. That leads everybody in the contest. Cogburn pulls up from 13. It's no good. Rebounded by Dixon. Cogburn steps in front of the high post. Hanson and steals the pass. She's got Cook running with her. Blocking foul. Count the basket. They'll call the foul on Brittany Newman. It's her first. And that's the fifth on the team. Cogburn into double figures with 11. Free throw on its way. Make it 12. Walsh again extending the pressure. Eads breaks it. Cogburn. That's well coached. When you see the ball handler turn their back to you, you dive in, try to pick that pocket. She did, knocked it loose, but the tie-up possession arrow goes to Eads with 6.5 to play. Just one of those little fundamental points. It's enjoy seeing. You know that coaches have been working hard. Dixon knocks down the baseline jumper and draws the foul as she hit the floor. Cogburn whistled for her second. That's the fourth against Walsh in the half. Free throw from Dixon is good. She's up to 9 points in the contest. It's a 29-point advantage now. Cogburn feed inside. Tate turnaround, block, and Ray gets it out to Newman. Nearly loses it. Now on the floor, tie up. And give that one to Eads on the arrow. I thought Eads had the last one, but looks like they're going, Eads will, or rather Walsh will match up now. Feed inside, Lennox off glass, no. Loose ball, picked up by Cook, fouled from behind. Call on Gurman, her third. That'll be the sixth on the team. Eads still playing the zone defense. A big enough lead. They can just stay back in that. A layup for Tate. Her first points of the contest. Again, she had a stellar outing yesterday off the bench. It's a steal for Smith. Cogburn goes right at Lane. Scores the layup. 14 now for Cogburn. Nash draws the double team. Cogburn with the steal and shoved. I believe it's going to be Nash. Cogburn will head to the free throw line to shoot the bonus now. It is the second on Nash, seventh against Eads in the half. So Heidi Cogburn to the free throw line. Hetrick will come in for Smith in the Walsh lineup. So 4:52 to play in the contest, and Walsh can try to chip away from the free throw line. Cogburn knocks down the front end, gets the bonus free throw. Dubois will come in for Tate. Second one in the air, and Nylon City for Cogburn on that trip. She has 7 in the quarter, 16 now for the game. That is tied with Haley Ray for high honors. Lane long 2 is good. Cogburn dribbles through the defense, into the paint, step through, kick out. Hetrick, 2 is short. And I believe they're going to get Dubois for the push on the rebound. It's her third. Dorian Ray replacing Newman for Eads. 4:25 to play. She'll get the ball, looking at that 2-2-1 pressure. Cogburn nearly comes away with the steal, knocked out of bounds, last touched by Ray. So the turnover gives Walsh the ball, down by 25. Here in this second half, they're finding some things to build on. This pressure starting to produce some turnovers. Nash rebounds, Cooks miss. And it'll go out of bounds off of Nash. A little bit of frustration there, and I think she's coming out as Hansen will come in. Inbounds pass, tip to Dubois. Jump shot, no. And Lane comes away with the rebound for Eads. Pushing ahead. Gurman. Feed in for Hansen, was tipped out of bounds. Hansen, shot no. Ray blocked inside. Cook came away with it, gave it off to Cogburn. Looking ahead, Dubois, it's a 3-on-1. Feed for Campbell. Eads gets back. Double dribble called on Campbell. She'll turn it over. Coaches often talk about the importance of playing big games in big settings and how important that is. You don't see a lot of teams perform terribly well their first time at the state tournament, and it's because they're not used to playing in an atmosphere like you get at the state tournament. This tournament benefits all of these teams down here because it does get that feel of a state tournament. Good size arena, and you'll see as the day goes on, the crowd will get big. And these matchups, as we've seen all through it, we have had some great finishes. Cogburn, jump ball, nope, foul called on Ray. Cogburn to the free throw line. And when you get to the Saturday morning of the state tournament, crowd's a little sparse like it is right now. But as the day progresses, the building fills up. We expect standing room only by the end of the night. Not going to quite match the 5,000 or so we had on hand for the 1A state championship last year. Cogburn knocks down the front end of the 1-and-1. But when this building gets packed, it gets loud. And you're going to struggle to find a high school gym in 1A that'll give you that feel. Both of them knocked down by Cogburn. Makes it a 23-point game. Ray able to keep it alive on the far side, crossing the timeline. Off to Gurman. And it's a turnover. Cogburn with another steal. And lost it. It's a double dribble. And a steal for Tate. Gives it off to Cogburn. In the northeast corner of the state, the closest field we can get to this arena would be at the Bank of Colorado Event Center in NJC. We get some good atmosphere there. That shot went over the backboard, out of bounds. We're going to get a timeout, I believe, by Walsh here. Full timeout with 2:41 to play. The pit in Yuma gives you a good atmosphere. Lyman has a nice feel to it. There's just something about this community building here in Lamar. I've come down here several years to watch games. Had a cousin who played for Lamar and then later for Grenada. And we came down to watch him play a lot. And just excited to be able to bring this tournament to everyone on the internet. I know a lot of people watching the games, not just the fans and family of these kids playing. But coaches from outside the region, it's a travel violation on Newman. Again, for years, people have said, well, this area has had so many teams that could compete at the state tournament but don't get out of their area, their regional or their district. With this vehicle we have now here on ColoradoPreps.tv and Chassa.tv, given the opportunity to expose people to teams they don't get a chance to see regularly. Doyle with the steal up ahead for Dubois, stolen by Hansen. Hansen and Dubois go down, tangled up, and I believe Dubois is going to be called for the foul. That'll be her fourth. Just the sixth team foul. Lane, Dixon, and Haley Ray in for Eads here. Again, 2:13 to play. We do thank everyone who tunes into these games, and to all of our great sponsors. They're the ones who make it possible. Newman from the elbow, jumper good. (53-28) the count. Outcome has long since been decided. Both teams still playing hard. Travel violation on Ciara Tate. Again, we were 30-12 at halftime. A 23-point explosion in the second quarter for Eads. Cogburn, steal. Goes for the layup, misses it. Lane with the rebound. Cogburn coming up from behind, trying to dig it out, and called for the foul. Now 1-1 for Eads with 1:37 to play. Third foul on Heidi Cogburn. Kaylin Lane to the free throw line. Sitting there with 5 points in the contest. Will not get the second shot as it misses the first. Hansen took a couple of shots to get the basket to go, knocked it down. She's at 15 for the game. Cogburn loses it. Lane ahead. Haley Ray, jump stop, fouled on the shot. Delaney Doyle called for the foul. Haley Ray will shoot two. First one is good. Now with 17 in the contest. 4 subs to the table for Eads. 3 of them will get in here as Dorian Ray is set to check in for Haley Ray. Second free throw. Good. So final minute and 12 seconds to play here. It's 57-28 Eads. Kick out. Doyle, jump shot, good. And a timeout for Walsh. And Coach Turner is going to get a couple more players into the contest. A couple young ladies who haven't seen the floor yet. We'll look back and make sure we get them called out. I believe it's number 10, Laramie Loader. and number 34, Erica Williams. Those two young ladies are freshmen for Walsh. It'll be their first action of the tournament with a minute to play. 57-30 is the Eads advantage. No one left on the Eads side to get in, as Coach Eder has a 9-player squad and uses them all regularly. It is number 10 Loader and number 34 Williams, the two who checked in, along with Cook, Doyle, and I believe Tate. So that would be 5 freshmen on the floor for Walsh right now for the final minute. And with Gurman, Newman, and Lennox, the 3 freshmen for Eads, along with Dorian Ray and Ebony Nash. Nash, a sophomore, Ray, a junior. So a lot of future on the floor right now for these two programs. Tate drive, wrap inside for Loader. Tied up by Ray. Arrow will keep it with Walsh for 37 seconds. Eads in the 2-3 against the inbounds. Nice feed inside. Williams couldn't knock it down. Cook knocked it out. And it goes out of bounds with 34 seconds to play. Nearly stolen by Cook. She'll go into the backcourt to retrieve it. Give it over to Doyle. She'll fire up the long jumper. No good. Rebound Williams. Stick back and score it. Erica Williams into the scoring column in her first action of the tournament. Loader nearly comes up with a steal. It goes out of bounds off of Eads. Deflected out with 11 and a half seconds to go. When Loader steps over the sideline and try to throw it in, got to balance a little out of whack on it. Nash gives it off to Newman. And tipped out of bounds by Williams. It'll be Eads ball with 4.7 seconds to go. No, they'll say it was out of bounds off of Eads. So Cook ahead to Doyle. Puts up the long 3. It's off. And that will do it for the contest. Eads wins it 57-32. And we'll do our math here while we get ready for presentations here. I saw tournament directors Chad DeBono and Sean Oquist. And the Walsh Lady Eagles will get the 8th place basketball from Chad DeBono. Now Sean Oquist presents the 7th place basketball to the Eads Lady Eagles. So we're a little over 10 minutes away from our boys' 7th place contest between Eads and Kit Carson. Before we conclude our broadcast, let's go through a quick scoring recap for both sides. First, for the victorious Eads Eagles, Savannah Gurman with 4, Brittany Newman with 4, 2 points for Dorian Ray, 5 points from Kaylin Lane. 15 by Tanea Hansen. 9 by Marissa Dixon. And 18 for Haley Ray. On the Walsh side of the ledger, 2 points for Montana Cook, 2 from Ciara Tate, 2 by Andy Hetrick, 2 points for Alexis Campbell, 2 points Desiree Dubois, 2 points for Delaney Doyle, 2 from Erica Williams, and Heidi Cogburn with 18. So that will conclude our broadcast of this 7th place girls contest from the 49th annual Lamar Holiday Basketball Tournament here on ColoradoPreps.tv and Chassa.tv. I'm Kerry Sherman from Big Time Small Town Media. I'm hoping that you join us for our boys' 7th place contest and the rest of our games here on this Hardware Saturday in Lamar. And a big thank you not only to our tournament directors, Chad DeBono and Sean Oquist, everyone here at the Lamar Community Building who's taking such great care of us. We want to give a big shout out to our hosts at the Holiday Motel who have signed on to help present this tournament. We'll be back in a little over 10 minutes. Boys, 7th place game.